In this lesson, I'm going to show you how you can combine two really useful Chrome extensions to build a competitor discovery and lead generation workflow in Zapier. We're going to use Push by Zapier and the Hunter Chrome extension. It's going to probably take you about 10 to 15 minutes to get up and running. So once you are ready, let's dive in. Okay, for the first step we're going to go ahead and install two Chrome extensions that are going to make our lives really easy finding and storing email addresses for potential competitors or companies you're interested in. So the first one is going to be the Push Chrome extension by Zapier. If you Google Zapier Push Chrome extension, it will be the first result. Opening this up leads you to the Chrome Web Store where you can add this extension to Chrome. Once you've added to Chrome, you should see a circular Chrome extension called Push by Zapier added into your toolbar. And next we're going to do the same for an extension called Hunter. Googling Hunter Chrome extension and selecting the first result will take you to a similar page for the Hunter Chrome extension, which enables you to find email addresses in seconds. These two combined can make you do something really useful. Next, we're going to go over to our other screen on the left, and let's say we wanted to find the competitors for Morning Brew. There's a number of tools out there, but for this use case, we're going to use one called Owler. Once we're logged in, we're going to search for Morning Brew. And when you select it, it's going to show you a series of results, not only about Morning Brew, but also about Morning Brew's competitors. So we have Cheddar, Finimize, PR Suite, and Mike. So let's take Cheddar, for example. If we open up Cheddar, you can see some information about Cheddar. And if we scroll to the bottom, we should find their website. Now we're going to want to get some information to potentially reach out to Cheddar for whatever reason. So we're going to need to find an email address and then store that email address and then pass it on to a potential sales team. So this is where Hunter comes in. Now that we've identified that Cheddar is a potential competitor, let's go ahead and activate the Hunter Chrome extension. Now this will surface some email addresses that we may be interested in. Next, in our other screen, and activating Hunter will surface some email addresses which we might. Activating Cheddar. Now if we click on the Hunter Chrome extension, it should surface some email addresses that we can use right from inside our browser. Next, in our other screen, let's go ahead and let's press on this Push by Zapier. You should have a nice little intro as to what Push can do, along with some suggestions of apps to use. And we're going to actually use the top one here, Push to Google Sheets. It can be a useful way to actually store this information or pass it on. Let's select this one and let's select Make This Zap. This should take us to Zapier with the Push by Zapier as the first step or trigger in this zap. Now we can see it's actually given this zap a name for us. We're going to change this to something which is relevant, something you can remember. And in the form fields, we can actually customize the information we pass on. So we're going to want the company name. We're going to want tag. We're going to want email 1. Email 1 name, email 2, email 2 name. This is going to be some useful info that a salesperson might use. Now press continue, and we should be on this Find Data screen now. So we need to actually give this some info to actually pick up and test. So if we if you press test and continue now, we'll say that we couldn't find a push. Please create a new push. So we've done this. If we go over to our other screen and select our Push by Zapier again, underneath you should see testing and the name of the zap we just created. By pressing this, we can now see our fields. So we're going to actually want to enter the information we saw We're going to want to enter the information we just saw from Cheddar. So let's open up in a different window. So let's open up another Cheddar window, putting it in the side of the screen for ease. Let's activate Hunter again. Let's activate our Push Zap in another screen. And let's enter some info. Cheddar, interested in their newsletter. So email 1, we're going to have this top one, the name. Email 2, going to be this one. It's going to be the name. Make sure you spell it right. And now if we press send, get a green tick, go back over to our Zap. And if you test the trigger now, we should have some information pass through. So you can see the title, the URL, the company name, and then the other information we put in there. Now press done. Now we're going to want to create a row in Google Sheets. It's already put this as our next step because we selected the Google Sheets step. And we're going to want to create a spreadsheet row. Press continue, connect your Google Sheets account, press allow. Now we need to go and actually create a new spreadsheet. Open up a Google Sheet, create a blank sheet. We're going to call this, okay, we're going to have company name, URL, email 1 name, email 1 address, and then again for the second one, address. Now all we have to do is actually map this across within Zapier. Let's choose our spreadsheet, choose our worksheet. We should have the fields pulled in, and then map across the fields from our push step. The company name, URL, it's URL, email address 1 name, and so on until you've mapped all of your fields. And now if we test it, hopefully we should see this information passed off into our Google Sheet. Perfect. A bit of column resizing and we're good to go. So now you press done editing, and if you turn your Zap on, as you kind of navigate through some competitors you're looking at, maybe we go back into Owler and we bring up the Morning Brew competitors again. Maybe you want to go through, and as a salesperson you can go through and visit some more competitors' sites. Remember, in Owler the URL is down the bottom, and we can kind of go through and try and do the same. Hope this is going to be useful for actually just finding some email addresses, whether you want to do lead outreach or research or just get in touch with potential users. This is actually a really good and quick and easy way to combine a push Zap with Hunter to pick up some of the key info. Look forward to seeing what you build with it, and let me know how you get on. Bye.